Hi guys, it's Colette. Welcome back to my channel, and this is the weekly tarot card for the week commencing Monday the 4th of October. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you'll stay and subscribe and hit the wee bell notification, because I do post quite a bit in the community tab and you won't see that unless you hit for notifications, I believe. So, and for everybody that's been kind of holding the fort while I've been doing my special project for the last 2 weeks, thank you. We're nearly there, and I'll have some interesting information for you very soon. Very soon. In fact, it depends if there's a delivery today, whether you get it very soon. Anyway, so weekly tarot card, 4th of October 2021, using Rorig. Get my glasses on. So let's see what we've got. Ooh, this can be used as a wee warning. It's the 5 of discs, and I do really like the imagery on this card, because there's a wee man who looks like a, you know, he's very strong, almost strong shoulders, and he's juggling these 5 discs or holding them up. And that's all very good. It's number 5 card. But what can happen with the 5 of discs is that suddenly everything can feel too much, which isn't the best card for me for the week ahead, I must admit. But now that it's out, I know that I've got a lot going on. I've got a lot of balls in the air as such, juggling. And so I will use this card as a lesson and a wee warning of what not to do. So you can see the essence of this card is almost too much worry, too much coming down on you, and it's quite different to the traditional Rider-Waite, where they've got a woman and a boy walking in snow, and it's about poverty, it's about poverty of action, it's about feeling stuck within where you are. So Rorig brings out more of a kind of up-to-date worldly version of it, where we're all, you know, maybe got families, we've got work, we've got projects, we've got certain illnesses or whatever, and sometimes we can manage them, and sometimes we can juggle 3 or 4, and sometimes we can juggle 5, but sometimes things will just fall. So the essence of the card for you personally is try not to do too much. Try not to put too much responsibility onto yourself that only you can handle. Delegate, put things out there, and look after your self-care regime. There's so much going on in this card. Always reminds me of something I read about a professor, maybe health or psychology, I can't remember, but he gave a student a glass of water and asked them to hold it out straight and tell them if it was heavy or not. And when she did it, she said, no, it's not heavy. He said, well, keep holding it. And 4 or 5 minutes later, he said, is it heavy? And she said, well, it kind of is a bit. And I said, keep holding it, you can't let your arm down, keep holding it, keep going, and I'll come back to you. And at 10 minutes, she was like, I've got cramp in my arm, this is difficult. And he said, keep holding it, keep holding it. And after 15, 20 minutes, she said, I can't hold this anymore, I have to put it down, it's too heavy. And what he showed with that is that the glass of water weighed the same, whatever minute he asked her about it. What was different was the energy of and the time that she had to spend trying to hold it up. So she was only given one task, but that task, that test of her strength as such, or her determination, or her ability to endure, it was fine to begin with, but there came a time where she said, I can't do this anymore. And if he hadn't let her put the glass down, she would have dropped it. So please think on this wee story, because it's the one that I always have in my brain for this card. You know, initially, this juggler or strongman might be able to juggle with that amount of discs, but not for very long. So, what does it mean globally? Right, you can tell I don't think about the cards until they come out. Globally, you could always join in with this, what you think the 5 of discs is globally, but remember, we're not going with the Rider-Waite traditional one, we're going with Rorig's own version of it. It's a hard one, isn't it? If we think of too much pressure on maybe certain politicians, too much pressure of trying to resist or persist. I think that what I'm getting on this is that globally, if people are fighting for a cause, they might actually be just too tired to keep it up the way that they would normally think they could do. So you might find that there's a levelling off in some of the the debating, the sense of pushing forward for certain things, whether it's laws in the USA, whether it's about struggle for people, particularly if you're watching people struggling to hold their lives together, but you're struggling too. It can be that exhaustion. So this can stop countries helping other countries. It can stop a narrative of people talking, governments getting together and planning things, maybe because a few of them don't agree, and there just doesn't seem to be any way forward. So at that stage, politically and globally, there has to be a step back. And I'm wondering how that will play out. It could also mean that certain governments have literally too much to deal with. You could have a government that goes okay with, well, look at the United Kingdom at the moment. There's the COVID aspect, there's Brexit and shelves, not full at all. And there's all sorts of things towards, the breaking up of the union. And that could be quite devastating for the people that live there. Not going to say what my thoughts are on that, because the video would probably get banned. Anyway, so you see what I mean, that a state or a country can deal with maybe, I don't know, say a food shortage or a pandemic or a riot or whatever, but not all at one time. And that's when the balls come crashing down. So politically and globally, let me know what you think on that one. I'd be really interested for that angle, because obviously when I draw the cards, I have to just get what I'm getting right away, and that's why I do it this way, so that I can be up to date with it, with what's going on in the world. But this one could mean a hell of a lot of stuff. Anyway, right, let's go on with this. Personally, career. In job this week, you could be juggling too many things. Ask for help. Ask to be able to delegate, or just gently put things down and almost look as though you're doing well. It's like, the thing I do when I'm not so great is I use, what is it? I've got this the wrong way around, but basically I only give 80% of what I normally would, and hope that that gives me a better return, rather than putting 100% in and sort of it all going to pot because I'm too tired to continue or too ill to continue. So at work, you may want to cut down on what you're doing and just look after yourself. You can, with this card, it's okay to kind of just sort of skim along in the background and get as much work done as you can within certain things. Health, although it's very much an earth card, it's the physical, so that in that way it can bring out what's your back, what's your shoulders, and all those things to do with maybe carrying too much. You know, if you have a bad back, you shouldn't really be carrying lots of things. Look after the physicality of your bones and your muscles. But because of the way that this is coming out at this time of the year, I kind of think we have to look at mental health as well, and realise that if you're taking too much on and you're not saying no, that you could just crash and you could just drop everything, and that's the wee warning on that, okay? Relationship, make sure relationships, you know, marriages, living together, etc., are balanced in the week ahead. Don't let any one person take all the responsibility or use all their energy up on something that could be shared, whether that's from doing, you know, the monthly accounts to the housework to looking after the kids. This is a warning that if one person takes it on board and does it all, that the person that's not doing or not pulling their weight will probably have it all to do eventually anyway, because there's an imminent collapse of the person who has all the responsibility. For a new relationship, maybe you've got too much going on in your life to actually have room for a new relationship. If you have no time because you're just working and sleeping and working and sleeping, where can you fit in a relationship when you really are juggling everything and you're not giving yourself time? So think about that. If you're continually feel you want a partner but they never manifest in any way, the universe could look and see that you simply don't have space in your life for another thing. Financially, again, it can be a warning that, you know, if you've overspent and you've too many things going on, that mentally you might feel bad financially. Also, it would be very hard to budget, but well worth it, because you may have too many things going on and you're not keeping an eye on all of it, and you could go overdrawn and maybe get a bank charge or whatever. This card is a bummer when you're trying to budget and go on with things, particularly if you're at the you know, if you're a bit paycheck to, you know, hand to paycheck. Look after your finances and try and get on top of them in the week ahead. And if something happens and, you know, like maybe you get an overdrawn charge or you get a wee, oh, I can't pay that, be kind to yourself, because really you've got a lot going on. But a wee issue that you could think of is that this has happened because I've got too much going on, and maybe, you know, get everything down to a regime that you can handle, okay? Spiritually, again, spiritually, if you're doing all the practical stuff and you're juggling and I've got the kids to look after and you've got the finances to do and you've got the job to do and you've got elderly parents to look after and blah blah blah, where can you fit in spirituality? You need to let something else go. You really do. There's a technique called 9 boxes, where you draw 9 boxes sort of on top of the other, and you fill it with like family, relationship, health, kind of friendship and career, and every new project that you work a lot on takes up a box, and you'll be absolutely surprised to see how the boxes are filled very quickly. Each child is a box. Each project, if you've got 2 jobs, that's 2 boxes. And normally you find that the box that gets moved, or the thing that keeps getting moved out, is friendship. and spirituality are time for yourself. So have a wee think about the 9 boxes thing, okay? So it's a good card if you use it as a warning to get yourself prepared, and also in advance to say no more. So I hope you like the way I read the tarot. It's the Rorig deck for those newbies that are interested. It's not really available now in its original big form or in English. That's off the market. If you come across one of them, believe me, it's quite rare. And yeah, I hope you like it. And if you do, please join the conversation. You've seen bits that I'm saying, well, what do you think of it? Because we all have different interpretations and we all can learn from one another. So please get involved in the channel. And if you want to support the channel, there's a coffee link down below. And if you want to just see the way I read the tarot, my book, Tarot Novice to Pro in one book by Colette Brown, is kind of everywhere, but I've got a lot of interesting information. Also, I know someone will ask about the jewellery. Look at these. And this was actually a keyring that I put on my own chain. Now it's not a promotional thing or whatever. My daughter connected with a wee lass on Twitter, and she has a website. She makes jewellery. I think she's called Luna Celeste, but I will put the link to her website below. I bought these myself. I can't wait for more pocket money so I can go back on, because you know, this is how light, which you hardly ever see in jewellery, and spiders, because at the moment I'm weaving a web and trying to, you know, work with what I've got and interesting projects together to sort of weave them together. So these earrings are perfect for me just now, and I just love, this was a sort of keyring, but it's got the, you know, the sun and the wee star on it, and I got more because they were just so beautiful and very well priced. So I'll put the link to Luna Celeste's website down below, and I hope you'll have a wee look, because some of the new stuff that's in is oh, it's very nice indeed. So have a wee look at that for me, just because she's a lovely lass, and I think that it's nice to support little independent people, but this is not paid promotion in any way. I just love her stuff. So many blessings. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and please, please, please give it a like and a wee thumbs up kind of thing, and subscribe if you want to stay. Many blessings now. Bye.